Very good morning, my dear students. How are you all? I hope you all are fine and welcome to another video of science class. Okay, so in our last class, we have started a new chapter that is getting to know plants, and we have learnt about the parts of the plant, right? Different types of plants, herbs, shrubs, trees, creepers, and climbers, and different function of plant parts like stem and root. So today what we are going to discuss in this class, we are going to discuss about leaves and flowers. So let's start with the leaf. So what is leaf? Leaf is a thin, broad, or you can say flat and green part of a plant which is attached to the stem, as you can see, right? Stem node. So the a plant has a large number of leaves, and leaves of different plants have different shapes and sizes, but all of them have the same basic structure. All right, I hope this is clear. So most important organ for leaf is leaf is the most important organ for photosynthesis, right? So photosynthesis, I will explain this later on. All right, so a leaf consists of mainly of two parts. Let me show you. Just wait for 1 minute. So yeah, so parts of a leaf. So a leaf consists mainly of two parts, lamina and petiole. Okay, so now what is this lamina? आप ये देख रहे हो green color का part, right? So the broad green part of the leaf is called lamina, right? This is called lamina. All right, it is also known as leaf blade. So next part of the leaf is petiole, right? The thin stalk with which leaf is attached, right? Here you can see to the stem is called petiole. All right, I hope these are the main two parts of the leaf. And another one, there is a midrib. There is a midrib in the center of lamina. A large number of veins spread out from the midrib rib to all parts of the leaf. Okay, so the midrib and veins consist of bundle of tiny tubes, some of which carry water into the leaf and other carries away the food from the leaf. Is it clear? So lamina, as I told you, it is a leaf blade. It is a green extended part. It has veins and windlays present. All right, let me explain you about the petiole. Wait for 1 minute. Petiole is the leaf stalk. As I told you, leaf stalk, the thin stalk with which leaf is attached, right? So this is known as leaf stalk. It is flexible, thin structure. It holds the leaf blade, right? So here you can see leaf without petiole को हम क्या बोलते हैं? Cecil, this is not in your syllabus. You will learn in your higher classes. So leaf base is the basal part that attaches the leaf to the stem. All right, it protects the axillary bud. All right, so this is all about the leaf. Let us learn about the stomata. So leaf contains stomata also. See, there are minute pores on the surface of the leaf. As here you can see this minute pores on the surface of a leaf, which is called stomata. Stomata are so small that we cannot see them with naked eyes. So what is the function of stomata? That it allow the gases to move in and out of the leaf. They also allow the excess water vapor to go out of the leaf. And the leaves of a plant contain a green color pigment called chlorophyll. So that's why the color of the leaves are green in color, because of the presence of chlorophyll. Is it clear? So what is the function of chlorophyll? Chlorophyll can absorb the energy from sunlight. I hope. Okay, so we will now describe all these function of leaves in a little more detail. So first function is that leaves make food for the plant by photosynthesis. So green plants prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis, right? So the leaves are the food factories actually. Okay, the leaves make food for the plant by the process of photosynthesis. And what are the requirements of photosynthesis? In photosynthesis, the green leaves of a plant right, combine with carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight to make glucose. Glucose is the food of the plant, and it also releases the oxygen gas. Okay, so what are the requirements of photosynthesis? First is the chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is required for the photosynthesis, as because chlorophyll trap the solar energy. See, what is this photosynthesis? Photosynthesis means making things with light, right? So the first requirement for photosynthesis is chlorophyll. Without chlorophyll, photosynthesis is not at all possible. So because of the chlorophyll, the leaves of the leaves color is green. Okay, so I hope it is clear to everyone. So second requirement is sunlight, and third requirement is for water, and fourth requirement is carbon dioxide. So these four raw materials, these four materials are necessary for photosynthesis. Okay, I hope it is clear to everyone. Now, what is the overall equation? This can be written as, when the carbon dioxide reacts with water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, what it will give? It will give food in the form of sugar, right? In the form of sugar and oxygen, glucose, right? Glucose is a form of sugar plus oxygen. So carbon dioxide plus water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, and what it gives? Food and oxygen and also energy. So carbon dioxide gas needed for making food is taken by the leaves from air, and water is carried into leaves from the soil through the stem, and sunlight provide the energy for making the food, and chlorophyll present in the green leaves helps in trapping energy from sunlight. Okay, so oxygen gas is produced in the leaves during photosynthesis. This oxygen goes into air. Okay, so starch is also present in the leaves. Okay, so बाद में जितना भी excess food होता है leaves के अंदर, that is stored in the form of starch. And how do you show that the starch is present in the leaves? So let's perform the iodine test. If the color changes to blue black, that means the leaves in the leaves starch is present. Okay, so adding iodine solution to the sample gives blue black color, indicates the presence of starch. Now I hope it is clear to everyone that what is photosynthesis. So next function of the leaf is that it helps in the exchange of gases, right? So stomata actually helps in the exchange of gases because of what is stomata? As I told you, that these are the tiny pores present on the surface of leaves, right? So this helps in the exchange of gases. ये आप microscope से दिखते हैं. ये microscopic image you can see in the screen, on the screen, right? So it regulates the exchange of gases and water vapor between external air and the interior of leaf. All right, so I hope second function is clear to everyone. Now third function of leaf is transpiration. So the leaves get rid of excess water from the plant through transpiration. So a plant keeps on absorbing water from the soil all the time through its roots. Due to this, a lot of water collects in the body of the plant. Some of this water used by the plant in making water, and the extra water present in the body of plant is given out constantly as water vapor through the tiny pores of the leaves. So what is transpiration? Loss of water from the leaves of plant by evaporation. So what is evaporation? In evaporation, the liquid water is converted into water vapor. Okay, so during the transpiration, the excess water present in the plant is lost into the air as water vapor. In fact, plants releases a lot of water vapor into the air through the process of transpiration. So this water vapor in air helps in bringing rain, right? So what are the advantages of transpiration? That water is being pulled up from below due to the transpiration pull. This is the first advantage, as you can see in this picture, right? Water is being pulled up below due to the transpiration pools, and it also cools the plant in hot weather, right? It also like an earthen pot जो आपका घर पे मटका होता है, वो उसमें भी यही चीज़ होती है. All right, so I hope it is clear to everyone. Okay. Now, next important topic is about venation. So, what is veins? Veins are the vascular tissues of leaves. Okay. So, veins, as you can see here, picture. So, picture of leaf. उसमें आपको veins दिख रही होंगी, right? So, these are the vascular tissues of leaves, and what are their function? That it helps in the conduction of water, minerals, food, etc. All right. So, this is known as veins. So function that it helps in transportation of food, water and minerals, and gives the rigidity to the leaf blade. So what is venation? All the leaves we know that contain veins. So the arrangement of veins in leaves of various plants is different. The arrangement of veins in the lamina is known as venation of the leaf. There are two main types of venation. These are reticulate venation and पैरेलल वेनेशन, राइट? तो दो टाइप होते हैं, रेटिकुलेट एंड पैरेलल वेनेशन. सो रेटिकुलेट वेनेशन में द veins in a leaf occur in an irregularly arranged to form a network. So net like design show करता है, mostly seen in dicotyledonous plants like hibiscus, rose, peepal. So as you can see the picture of reticulate venation. So parallel venation, veins run parallel to each other in lamina, right? So mostly seen in monocotyledonous plants, bamboo, banana, cereals, glasses. These shows parallel venation. All right, so I hope it is clear to everyone. So when the veins in a leaf occur in an irregular way forming a net like design, then it is reticulate venation. It means resembling a net or network. So the veins spread out from the midrib to all the parts of the leaf, right, giving the appearance of net or jal, आप कह सकते हो. The examples of plants having reticulate venation in their leaves are pea plant, neem tree, mango tree, marigold, tulsi, mustard, sunflower, orange, guava, right? So ये आपका हो गया है reticulate venation. Parallel venation, they run parallel to each other, to one another on both sides of the midrib. The example of plants having parallel venation is, in their leaves are wheat, paddy, sugarcane, barley, lily, banana, right? So these all are the examples of parallel venation. All right. Is it clear? So mostly seen in monocotyledonous plant. I hope the venation is clear to everyone. Okay, so there is a relationship between venation and types of roots. The plants having leaves with reticulate venation have tap roots, and the plants having leaves with parallel venation have fibrous roots. I hope it is clear to everyone now. Okay, so the next important part of the plant is flower. So flowers are perhaps the most beautiful part of a plant, right? Different plants have different types of flowers. As you can see in this picture, flowers are of many sizes, shapes and colors. The flowers have different smells, but some of the flowers do not have any smell, right? So what is flower? Actually, the flower is a reproductive organ of the flowering plant. The flower is that part which contains the reproductive organs. All right. So the main function of flower is to produce fruits and seeds. उनका function ही यही है कि they produce fruits and seeds. They are the modified shoots. So shoot system में आता है, right? So let us see the structure of the flower. So the main parts of a flower are sepals, petals, stamen and pistil. So the main parts of flower are shown in this picture, right? So these are the petals, आप देख सकते हो. These are the sepals. Okay, so the green leaf-like parts जो आप देख रहे हो in the outermost circle of a flower are called sepals. The sepals protect the flower when it is in the form of a bud in the initial stage. Sepals may either be separate from one another or joined together. Alright, so these are the green leaf-like parts in the outermost circle of a flower. Alright, So inside the sepals are the petals of a flower. Petals actually the most attractive part of the flower, right? So petals are the most attractive part of a flower. Petals of flowers can be of different colors, shapes and sizes. The petals can be red, blue, green, orange, pink or any other color. So petals of some of the flowers have natural scents in them, due to which they smell very nice. They also attract the insects. The ring of the colorful petals in a flower protects the reproductive organs of the flower. So petals may be either separate from one another or joined together to form a tubular flower. In many flowers, the number of petals is equal to the number of sepals in it. For example, the buttercup flower has 5 green sepals and an equal number of 5 petals. Okay, so in some flowers, however, the number of petals is not equal to number of sepals. In such flowers, the number of petals is much more than the number of sepals. Rose, for example, the rose flower has 5 green sepals, but the number of petals is much more than 5. Okay, so it is not always equal. I hope it is clear. Stalk आप देख सकते हो. It is a stem like structure of a flower, right? And it is also called as thalamus. And the carpel pistil, you can see the pistil, right? Pistil is the female part of a flower, right? It is the carpel is the other name, and it is the female part of the flower. So just inside the petals of a flower, there are many little stalks with swollen tubes. Okay, so stamen is the male reproductive. Stamen is the male part of a flower. So stamen is actually made up of 2 parts, as you can see, filament and the swollen top. जो ऊपर आपका येलो कलर का दिख रहा है, swollen top of stamen is called anther. Okay. स्टॉक का क्या फंक्शन होता है? इट होल्ड्स अ फ्लावर, राइट? इट होल्ड्स द फ्लावर. थैलेमस, इट्स स्वेलन अपर पोर्शन ऑफ स्टॉक को हम थैलेमस बोलते हैं. ऑल राइट. पेटल्स आर द कलर्ड पार्ट्स ऑफ अ फ्लावर एंड दे अट्रैक्ट द इंसेक्ट्स. ओके, एंड सेपल्स इंश्योर्स द प्रोटेक्शंस. ओके, इट इज क्लियर. Is it clear? Stamen is the male reproductive organ and the male gametes, male eggs are pollen grains. उसे हम pollen grains कहते हैं, right? So when male gametes and female gametes fuses together to form, then they form a new plant or new आप बोल सकते हो child. Okay. So stamen male reproductive organ, carpel female reproductive organ and female gametes को हम ovum और egg बोलते हैं. Is it clear? When they both combine तो वो new आपका new plant को generate करता है, right? So I hope it is clear to everyone. Okay. So in the center of a flower, there is a flower-shaped organ, and the flower-shaped organ of a flower is called pistil. आप देख सकते हो. And the pistil is the female part of a flower. A pistil is made up of 3 parts: stigma, style, and ovary. The top part of a pistil is called stigma. Stigma is very sticky, so that pollens can stick to it. Middle part of a pistil is called style. It is a tube which connects stigma to ovary, and the swollen part at the bottom of the pistil is called ovary. Ovary contains tiny egg-like structure, जिसे हम ovules बोलते हैं. If we cut the ovary of the flower vertically with the blade and observe with a magnifying glass, we will see tiny egg-like structure inside the ovary. So these tiny egg-like structures are ovules. The ovary may contain one or several ovules. So ovules contain female sex cells of a plant. I hope it is clear. So pistil को हम carpel भी बोलते हैं. Okay. Clear everyone? So that's all about your chapter. Now your chapter is over. I hope this chapter is clear to everyone. If you face any problem in any of the topic, you can ask me in the class. Till then, bye. Bye bye everyone. Take care. Have a nice day.